Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we're going to talk about Olive Branch of Hope. And with us right now we have Dr. Ojama Adeher. Not only are you a professor of special education at Millersville University, but you are the president and CEO of Olive Branch Hope. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you back. Stephanie Pizzulli, you are on staff with Olive Branch of Hope too. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
How did Olive Branch start?
Well, Olive Branch of Hope actually started based on the need, personal need. I have children that have some needs, disabilities, some developmental disabilities. And I look for programs like this one. Of course, my son Andrew is right here. And I look for programs like this that will help my children be successful, and I could not find one. So out of that frustration, Olive Branch of Hope was born.
Okay, so I'm going to read the mission statement so that people understand what this is.
Okay.
Olive Branch of Hope believes that when given appropriate and innovative training, all participants will grow and become responsible and contributing members of society.
Yes.
So this is really for who?
This is for children that the traditional method had failed.
Okay.
One size doesn't fit all. In fact, the size I wore yesterday is not fitting today. So one size doesn't fit all. So we decided then to take an approach of interest based. We take the students' interest, the kids that come to us, the youth that come to us, the young adults that come to us, and our age range from age 8 to adult. So that's why we're using all those terminology that come to us. We take their interest and we build their program individually so that they can be successful. We actually give them tools within themselves.
Okay. And the whole goal is exactly what?
The goal is essentially you're aiding them in their independent living. It's taking in a youth and allowing them to let you know what their interests are. And as a staff member, you take those interests and you apply it to their life as far as, incorporating it and how they can use it. And eventually the goal is just what the statement said, is independent living.
Okay. So who is this program for, Ojama?
Well, therefore, all children that traditional method had failed, that's the generic base of that, but specifically for those that have some intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
So meaning handicap, and maybe they learn differently, and the society has them labeled as slow learners.
Okay.
And I use that word very knowingly, that the society has them labeled that way, because all of us learn differently. So these children learn differently.
Okay.
And we just need to find a way that works for them.
Yeah. What age group?
We start at age 8. We do not accept anybody below age 8 because of the nature of the program. We do some hiking, we do some animals, we go into the woods and forests. We use their interests, we do all kind of things. So we begin at the age 8 and then until adulthood.
Okay, an adult would be what?
Depending on the individual, we don't have a cap for the adult.
So it's flexible too.
Yeah.
One thing I think we need to also talk about, the program was approved by
ODP, Office of Pennsylvania, ODP is called ODP, Office of Developmental Disabilities.
Okay.
So it was approved August of last year by them. However, the program was actually incorporated a little over 2 years ago. So we were operating privately on our own using the fund that we have set aside until the ODP approved it. And actually, one of the first participants that we actually got, her name is Jessica. You will see her today from ODP, from that office.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And it's wonderful to watch the progress and to be a part of this, isn't it, Steph?
It's amazing. I mean, I'm told that I'm a staff member, but it doesn't feel like a job. It just, not only is I'm there to help them, but the benefit that is returned is incredible. It's relationship based. It's having that opportunity to talk and just get to know them and just listen to what they have to say. It's incredible.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah.
And we don't feel sorry for anybody.
It's really getting to know the individual and then putting
Yeah.
the pieces together.
That's correct.
Right, and giving them the tools, as
That is
that they
correct.
need.
That is
Okay.
correct.
So how does the program work? I mean, how often do you get together? I mean, how do you do this?
It depends on individual schedule and the approved hours. The young woman that you're going to be meeting in a little bit, she has 11 hours a week. So we do 3 hours one day, 3 hours another day, and 5 hours on Saturday. Our Saturday program, we call it a team building program, because no matter how good you are on your own, independently and individually, you have to survive in a community. So what we call team building then is when we actually take them into the community to actually demonstrate the skills that they've been learning individually.
Okay, now when you say you take them into the community to do this, give me an example. What do you do?
Well, Jessica, I don't want to steal her lines, but
Okay.
one of the things that she learned and she's doing very well is making a grocery shopping list.
Okay.
And to go and shop. Her goal is to live on her own, have her own apartment, and to be able to cook her own food. In order to do that, you have to know how to do the shopping. And when you cannot find the items, you need to know whom to ask and how to ask it appropriately.
Okay.
And Jessica, I don't want to steal her thunder, so
Okay,
she's going to
we'll
talk
let her
about
tell
that.
her
So
story.
that's one of them. We have some young men in a group here. One of them want to be a NASCAR race person. Okay, so what are the skills that is needed? And then we teach them that, and we actually go to a local place where we can see something similar, if that's what they want to do or not. So we literally do the interest. Like Jessica loves animals. We go to alpaca farms,
Okay.
and she will tell you what she does there.
Okay.
And some of them like horses, and we
Yes.
take them to the horse farm. So we contracted all these places that we actually give our youth hands-on experience.
Yeah.
Dog grooming, for example, what is needed and all that.
Okay, once again, we're going to put up on the screen the website, and you can find out more information about Olive Branch of Hope, how it works, how to connect, and that sort of thing. It's great being a part of this, isn't it, Steph?
It's incredible.
Yeah,
I can't even say incredible enough. It's
Yeah.
just, it's amazing.
this is a good thing for you to be doing.
Yes.
Yeah, making a difference in lives for good.
Yes.
Well, we're going to talk to Jessica. She's coming up, so stay with us. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about Olive Branch of Hope, and if you're just joining us, the overall goal of Olive Branch of Hope is to equip individuals with intellectual disabilities with non-traditional and effective strategies to be used in the home and community
That's
to
correct.
foster independent living.
Yes.
Yes.
Many of these youth and young people can actually live on their own if only we give them appropriate strategies and to teach them what that is, and how to clean their homes and make their own food and take care of themselves and actually budgeting.
Yes,
That's
all of
not
that.
one of Jessica's favorite,
Right.
but we do that too. But all that. So and the learning traditional way is very challenging for some of our participants. Therefore, we take non-traditional approach, which is interest-based method.
And that's what makes a difference with
That's
this
correct.
program.
That's correct.
Okay. With us right now, and we are welcoming Jessica Wachtel. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And you are a participant in the program, I think, since January. And you, my understanding is 3 days a week for about 11 hours is you're a part of the program. So there are a lot of wonderful things that you've learned, right?
Yes.
I hear you like to shop, and you're learning how to do that. Tell me what you've learned. Do you like to make a list?
Yes.
It's important to do a list, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How hard is it to do the list? You can just start writing down what you need, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Where do you like to shop?
I like to shop at Giant.
I do too. That's good. There's some stories I think that we probably have that we can tell, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you like? What is one of the things you like about the program?
I like the alpaca farm.
Oh, yes. Alpaca farms are great. What do you like about the farm? What do you like most?
I like taking care of the animals.
Oh, wow. So you get to help take care of the alpacas?
What do you do there when you get there?
What's the first thing you do?
Do you remember what you do with the alpacas?
We walk
Mm-hmm.
We walk them and feed them.
Those are two important things. Yep.
What do you need to know to do that correctly?
Follow the rules.
Ah, that's important. That's very key.
And that's really what it is. You see, Jessica loves animals. And animals then are her interest, the motivation for her. So following rules of how to feed the alpacas, walk the alpacas, clean after them is not a big deal for her because she's following rules to do what she likes to do.
Okay.
And then we take that and then generalize it into what she doesn't like to do. For example, even though we're still struggling a little bit, her mom, wonderful parents, she has wonderful parents. They'll tell you that she's learning to vacuum, clean at home, taking trash out and doing all that, all following rules.
Okay.
Learn how to follow rules by doing what you love.
Okay. And that is the key. When you find something that is of interest, you're taking that and being engaged in that activity and having those skills translate over into other life skills.
That is correct.
Okay.
Jessica, say something about making a list. Tell us, how do you know what to buy first when you're in a store?
You have to put first, second, and last.
What is last? What do you buy last? Something that are dry or something that are frozen?
Something that are frozen.
That is correct.
That makes sense. That's good. That makes a lot of sense. That's wonderful.
So that's what she's working on right now. Because
Okay.
you don't want to buy cold milk things first while you're spending a long time in a store. Yeah. And if you can't find something, what do you do in a store?
You
Go ahead.
ask
Yes.
someone.
That makes sense. And then get the answer, right? So Jessica's 21.
Yes.
And she lives with her parents. What has her parents said about her progress and
Well, we just actually had a meeting the beginning of this month, beginning of August, and they said it was a good match. With I mean, I love those parents. They are wonderful, dedicated, on communication with me constantly, so we know what is going on, and they love it. So we are at the beginning stage of trying to now move Jessica to semi-independent living, then give her the skills she needed before she moved into independent living.
it's really important, the input with the parents, right?
That is correct.
So tell me a little bit more about that. It is that constant communication.
That is correct. Because I don't know what happens at home.
Right.
And most of our participants will do something to please us at the program. So if it doesn't transfer into home, then we're not doing our job well yet. So not only do we put program together and goals and objectives, we transfer that into home. And these parents are wonderful. We have it laminated for them. They actually post it for her, and they actually follow it. They are incredible. They're so invested and so dedicated to helping Jessica being independent.
That's great. And
Yes.
it's great to be able to share what you do during the day with your parents when you get home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to add, and this is not the show, Jessica is also adopted.
Ah, okay.
So, and that's what even make these parents even more incredible, because they want what is good for her.
That's great. That's great. Once again, let's put the address to the website up on the screen. What are we really going to find on the website, Ojama?
Well, you're going to find our goals, what the program is about. You're going to find the services we provide, and you're going to find all the crazy fun things that kids are doing. In fact, you see Jessica at Giant shopping.
Oh, good.
Right there, absolutely. And you see them with the alpacas and feeding them and cleaning after them right on the website.
All right.
And also we have fun.
Yes. Well,
Like
that's
making
important.
s'mores and
Yeah.
remember that? Jessica loves that. So it's Andrew, my son, too.
Yes, right.
He loved the s'mores. So.
Loves the s'mores too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is about having fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your experiences. You are wonderful. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
You too.
And we're going to take a brief pause. When we come back, we're going to hear from a parent about Olive Branch of Hope. Stay with us. Talking about Olive Branch of Hope, and joining Ojama and myself is Tina Grum, and you are the parent of Max and Quinn, and they're both 9-year-old twins.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the twins have been involved in this program for about a year.
Yes.
You've seen dramatic change with them.
Dramatic.
Okay,
Yes.
tell me where they were, where they are now.
They couldn't really read. The one word, 2 word sentences was all they could get through.
And that was at age 7, is that right?
At age
Okay.
7. They are now age 9, and Quinn is in 3rd grade reading level. He only has support, but in regular classes. Max is in full class, no support.
This is amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Then how, because they were engaged with their interests and their connectivity that way. Is
Yes,
that right?
for example, they would, their interests are nature.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
one loves rocks, the other one loves insects.
Yep.
They would go through the woods, collect, bring the things back. They would learn about each thing that they brought back, then they would write about it. They had no idea that bringing out their interests and writing helped them to learn to read,
Yes.
spell words correctly. Memory cognitive had gotten stronger. It's unbelievable what this program is set for the goals that the children can achieve.
Okay, so both of them, how many hours a week are they involved? What's the
They
program?
were they started out 3 days a week, Mondays after school, Wednesdays after school, Saturday 9 to 3.
Okay. It's important for you to carry on what gets started in the program at home.
Yes.
So the communication that the two of you had was key.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I want to add this because Tina will not say this. Tina is actually adoptive parent. Tina adopted these twins, and she has been foster parents for the longest time, since 1997. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knows that, yes, the communication between Tina and I are incredible, and the staff. And also, not only does she communicate, she actually believes in what we're doing and agreed to it that not the same size fits all kids. And these children, yeah, they have intellectual disabilities, and they've been in many, many homes before they came to her. However, she do believe in them that they can learn if only somebody find a way that they learn.
Okay.
And by the way, they're cranky pants, and they love nature. So, and I'm an old lady, and here we're dragging through the woods, and they're collecting their stuff,
Right.
and they have no clue they were learning. And they would do things. They come and read to the parents. That's another thing Tina does. She spends time every evening, read to them, and they read to her.
Okay. It is that relationship of engagement
Yes.
and interest and support,
Yes.
right? It gets down to that. By providing that atmosphere at home to allow them to grow and learn.
Correct.
That's what you do.
Correct.
This has to be just so amazing for you.
Yes, it's because everything was always traditional. You either went to therapy or you had outpatient therapy. That doesn't work for every child. They don't just want to sit. And even if they do, that could help one part of them. That is not helping their whole being.
Right.
And that's what we look for. And with Olive Branch of Hope, it gives the full circle.
Okay.
And the parents are involved, children are involved, like Ojama said, staff
Yeah.
and Ojama.
It's like a really big family.
It is a big
Yes.
family.
It's a
a
big
community.
It is a community. It's
Yeah.
a community. And
Yeah.
what you do is that you take the time to find out what the individual
Yes.
is interested in.
Yes,
so
that's
that's the key, the difference between Olive Branch of Hope. And then by allowing that to open up, get them engaged, from there they can be given the support.
Using
to
all of
grow.
their senses.
Yes.
And that's what it is too,
That
isn't
is
Yes.
it?
correct.
All right.
Feel,
Correct.
touch,
Yeah.
smell.
I want Tina to say what Max told her one time, told one of the staff.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he say?
He said one time, I'm glad he said, I know Annie Ojama's, Miss Ojama's mom is very proud of her. So
For opening
we
this
were-
program.
Yeah, we were very happy with that.
Yeah, that's great. So what do you see in the future with them? I mean, it's
They just
good.
started playing musical instruments.
Oh, did they really? Okay.
Yes, we went to our first band camp this summer. Max is playing the saxophone. Quinn is starting to play the violin. It is something that they would not have even tried or thought of trying
Okay.
a year ago, year and a half ago.
The whole world is open to them now.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
like a computer.
Right.
Give me more input.
Right.
But that's because everything was open to them.
And their curiosity is being taken, and they can grow with that.
Yes.
That's correct.
All right.
They've learned patience. They've learned how to take the time. They learned not to take things so quickly
Okay.
and then give up. That is all involved and plenty more.
Yeah. And you can tell how each, I mean, we all are individuals, and that's where I think the speciality is too, is getting
Yes.
to know the individual.
That is correct.
Right.
And I cannot emphasize the involvement of parents. Just like Jessica's parents, again, Max and Quinn's parents, Tina and John, they are wonderful support.
Yeah. Briefly, you're expanding. What's the future look like?
We're expanding very quickly, and right now we're in Lancaster County, we're in Bucks County, and we are in Chester County, and we're approved in all counties of Pennsylvania. So we want to grow and buy a location so that we can actually expand and reach many kids.
That's right. Once again, this is Olive Branch of Hope, and the program is approved by who again?
By ODP, Office of Developmental Disabilities in Pennsylvania, and we're nationally approved too.
Okay, and that's how we get a hold of you. We're going to put the website up on the screen so you can find out more information about Olive Branch of Hope, how to get connected, if you have a question, and if even I know the staff is going to be growing too, so I know you'll be looking at that as well.
Yes.
Or if you have children that want to get involved as well too. Thank you so much for all that you do. I can see the difference with this, and I can see the difference on your face and the excitement that you have with the twins too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
so much for being a part of this too.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Thank you. And thank you for joining us today, too. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines. And remember, keep looking behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.